Hello, Sedalia 200 friends and family. Steve Triplett coming at you at Smith Cotton High School. I've traveled over here. As always, behind the camera is my good friend, our PR director, Mr. Bob Satnin. And we are talking to Miss Caiti Alexander. She is a 9th grade world history teacher here at Smith Cotton. Been here, this is her 3rd year, 4th year in education overall. And we are really thrilled to visit with her today. As you can see behind me, she has put together a really neat interactive project for her students to help us recognize Black History Month. So, Katie, as you can see, we are 6 foot social distance, so
Yes.
we can remove our masks
Yes.
and have conversation, and hopefully you at home can understand us clearly. So, tell us a little bit about this great project here. It looks like the periodical table
Yes.
from the old chemistry days, 100 years ago for me. But tell us a little bit about this project.
Yeah, so this came about, I was on social media, as I think most of us probably are, and this popped up on my news feed on Facebook. And it was the end of January, we were nearing Black History Month. And it struck me as how obviously how big it is, right? It's immediately an eye catcher, but also how interactive it is, having historically important Black Americans listed somewhere where students could see. So I found the original creators of this project. They are teachers in Lakeland, Florida, and they have it for free where you can download it and then you can edit it however you see fit. So like I added several people, I added Kamala Harris, I added Chadwick Boseman, somewhere wherever he is. Of course, in that time, John Lewis had died, so I updated his information. And then I added these QR codes down here at the bottom where kids can take their cell phones, scan, and it opens up their biography and they can read who they were, what they did, what significant contributions they made. And I knew it was going to be a big project to take on, but I just really liked the nature of how almost in your face it was and how interactive it was for kids.
So you started this right before our 2 week of
Yes,
Arctic Armageddon. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about how that may have affected this project with your students.
Yeah, so at the end of January, I started planning this and updating it the way I wanted. And I came up on a Saturday with the help of a business teacher, Bryant Lazenby. He and I came up and we printed all of it out, we laminated it all, we got it organized, we put it up on that Saturday. I came up Sunday and finished it, and then we were out for 13 straight days. And no one got to see it. And I knew it was sitting down here and no one was gonna be able to see it. And then we came that Friday and everybody's like, what is this? When did you have time to do this? And I was like, it's been up for 2 weeks, just no one has seen it. So my plan is to actually leave it up into March because I think February is already a short month as it is, and then with it being cut even shorter because of inclement weather, I'm gonna leave it up until spring break so we can continue using it even into March.
Well, we appreciate you going the extra mile for your students, and I would imagine that it being here in the hall, I don't know if you can tell, but we are in the hallway right outside of Miss Alexander's classroom, that probably some other students that you don't see every day in your class have probably stopped by and gotten their cell phone out.
Yeah, I've had
learned a little bit.
several kids standing here looking at it, and I've had several teachers district-wide email me, message me on Facebook and asking me about it. I've had several of the upper level teachers who are like, oh man, that's cool, maybe next year we can work it into where we can come down and we can interact with it. Because I did not tell anybody I was doing. I did not even tell my freshman teachers because I didn't know how well it was going to work out and I didn't want to up the suspense and then it'd be a total disappointment. So hopefully it's laminated, so it will go back up next year. And I know that like Mr. Tester has talked to me and he's going to bring his kids down and they're going to interact with it. Hopefully it can be a school-wide thing that anybody, English teachers, cross-curricular teachers, there's scientists, there's authors, there's athletes, actors, anybody can come and utilize it for whatever content area.
Well, we appreciate you being a risk taker and being willing to go that extra mile. We're going to take a little pause here. We're going to go into the classroom actually and grab a few of the students and let them come out and try to demonstrate just how this interactive board works. So stay tuned. right, we have gone inside and rounded up 3 of our wonderful 9th grade students. I have with me Jacob, Alex, and Mylan. I'm going to let Miss Alexander take over and talk a little bit more and have them demonstrate this project and see what they got out of this whole process.
All right, so the day that we got back from our extended weekend, I had students choose 5, hopefully ones they didn't know, but I also said if it was ones that they did know, that was fine. 5 prominent Black Americans that they wouldn't mind doing more research on. So what they did is they came out with their cell phones or computers, whatever devices that they had, and they can scan this QR code. So I'm gonna have Mylan show you with his phone. If you open up, maybe it's the camera, maybe you have an app, whatever, it'll hover over the code, a link will pop up, and you click it, and if we get service, but that link will take them to their biography page. Some of them I have linked to their, there it is, James Earl Jones, who most of you probably know. But some of them I have linked to their active websites because a lot of these authors are still alive. The current Vice President, Kamala Harris, I have hers linked to the White House website. Same thing with former President Barack Obama. So all of them takes it to information about that person, what they did, what significant contributions they made, and then they took those web pages, went back into the room, and researched a little bit more about that person. What did they do? Why are they considered a prominent historical figure? And answer that about all 5 of their people.
That's great. So as you guys have had a chance to go through this, Mylan, tell me a little bit about maybe 1 or 2 of the 5 that you chose and what you liked, or what you found out that you may not have known before this project about that person.
Well, 2 I chose because I'm really into sports. I chose, I went over here and I chose like Michael Jordan, and then I also chose one person I didn't know, like I'm trying to find her. Oh, Katherine Johnson. And I thought it was really cool to do this assignment because it allowed us to go in and find more about them, which I knew a lot about Michael Jordan. I just was really satisfied with him, but my teacher told us to choose one that we didn't know so much about, so I chose Katherine Johnson. And it was cool and good to learn more about her, especially since she died last year. And I found out that she was in the Hidden Figures movie, which is actually really cool, and it was just cool to bring the 2 together and realize that that was her.
Very neat. Jacob, how about you? Who did you pick?
Well, 2 people I remember that I picked James Earl Jones because I knew he was the voice of Darth Vader, right? And then I also picked Morgan Freeman because I liked the movies he was in, and I knew more about Morgan Freeman, but I did not know much about James Earl Jones, and I learned more about him and his life and people he was connected with, and it was interesting to find out stuff about them I didn't know about before.
Very cool. Alex?
I chose Will Smith and Louis Armstrong, and I already knew a lot about Will Smith, and I knew a little bit about Louis Armstrong, but I didn't know as much about. And I liked how accessible it was to be able to do it and just take out your phone and just scan the QR code and just do a lot about it and see everything you need to see.
Very good. I'm just really impressed. I always told my young children that I was actually the voice of Darth Vader, and now that they're older, they understand that Dad wasn't. And so you guys kind of all ruined my fun there. But anyway, a great project. Again, thank you for bringing this to Smith Cotton High School. Stealing something from our friends in Florida, that's okay. We have no problem with that. And again, it helps bring real life situations into our students' lives and helps them understand and helps them appreciate Black History Month this month all day long. So guys, again, thanks for your time today. Thanks for joining us. You guys have obviously an outstanding teacher that has gone above and beyond to make these interactive, and this is way better than a pencil and paper assignment, I'm sure. So thank you again for all that you do for our kids. On behalf of Behind the Camera, Bob Satin, we are going to sign off here. get back outside and enjoy some of this beautiful warm weather. So we'll see you later. Thank you.